Srimatre Namaha, Sri Rama Raksha Sarva Jagat Raksha. Before getting into the topic, please like, share and subscribe to our channel so you motivate us in bringing out this sacred content to you all. Today I'm going to talk about how you can learn practicing Lalitha Sahasranamam, how you can chant Lalitha Sahasranamam by yourself, and what are the things, what are the precautions which you can take before you actually start to chant Lalitha Sahasranamam, because they are some precautions which you need to take definitely before you even start or before you even want to chant Lalitha Sahasranamam. So let's discuss some of them. So in my previous topic I told you that you have to do Lalita Sahasranam without mistakes. Okay, sometimes we tend to make mistakes and we learn from our mistakes. Whatever we are learning in our life, whatever it might be Sahasranamam, or it might be some course, or it might be some skill, whatever we are learning, we tend to make mistakes. We are humans, we naturally make mistakes, right? So the idea here is to not to be perfect but to be better at something what we are learning. So it's like whenever you start to learn something, so you will make mistakes, but then if you can minimize those mistakes, if you can take some precautions to minimize those mistakes, then it will be much better and you will be in a much better position, right? So most people will say that, oh, you should not have any mistakes, you should while chanting Lalita Sahasranamam, oh, you should not chant Lalita Sahasranamam because you might tend to make mistakes, and if you make mistakes then it will be some kind of a curse and all these things. I won't agree with that, because as I told you before, mistakes are like common, but what if you can minimize those mistakes? What if you can put in those efforts and take those precautions which are needed to be taken, so that you can have a benefit of Lalita Sahasranamam into your life, and you can implement Lalita Sahasranamam into your life with minimal mistakes. Okay, as you move on into this journey of Lalita Sahasranamam, as you move forward, you will be you will be moving towards that betterment and that perfection maybe. But to start with, nobody is perfect, right? No human is perfect, but to start with, naturally we will make some here and there silly mistakes, and that's completely fine, and there's no need to feel so much guilty about it, and there's no need to feel so much fearful about it. Okay, there is a lot of fear and havoc which is in the spiritual communities, that okay, you should not do it because if you tend to make any mistakes, then it will be like a curse for you, the goddesses will be angry, all these things. No, but if you can actually surrender, and if you really want to do it, if you have full faith and love on the goddess, if you really want to connect with the goddess, go for it. But understand it, listen to all my videos which I have made on my channel, all the topics which I have made on Lalita Sahasranamam. It might be really helpful for you. That can be like a precautionary measure for you. You can listen to some other people also. It might not necessarily be my channel. You can listen to some people who have already in their journey, who are already experiencing it. Okay, you can actually listen to Lalita Sahasranamam, so that sometimes the higher vibrational stuffs like Lalita Sahasranamam, something like that, it can actually give you those ideas on how to do it, right? So you can actually listen to Lalita Sahasranamam, and suddenly you might get an idea, or you might pop up with some idea on how to actually do it and how to actually practice it, right? So the first step is to start it. Okay, start it. Even if you are imperfect, it's okay, you have to start it. But then you can first, if you want to minimize those mistakes, because it is something which is very big, which is very powerful, which you are dealing with. So if you want to learn something very powerful, if you want to learn something which is really very amazing and mesmerizing and mystical in itself, so you have to have some preparations before, right? So if you are doing something which is really important for you in your life, how you will prepare for it, right? The same way you have to also prepare for it. So in order to prepare for it, you have to take certain precautions, you have to keep certain things in mind. So you can watch all the videos which I have made, and in this one I'll tell some precautions, what kind of precautions you can take, so that you can minimize those mistakes in chanting Lalita Sahasranamam, right? So there is in Lalita Sahasranamam, the entire Lalita Sahasranamam is like very big. So it's like 16 alphabets together combined to form one word. So there are so many big words in Lalita Sahasranamam. It's like the most biggest and toughest words which are ever there are in the Lalita Sahasranamam. So it's in most of the Sahasranamam, sometimes the most of the Sahasranamam and stotras, they are in Sanskrit, but they are comparatively they are easy when you compare that with Lalita Sahasranam. They are a little bit easier than Lalita Sahasranam. It is like for a beginner, it is like very they might feel it very tough. Like I also actually felt like it's oh my god, this is so big, how will I pronounce it, how will I chant it, like that. I also had like so many fears, and on added on to that fears, and there are so many rumors about Lalita Sahasranam, so I was more fearful. So that's why I decided to make these videos, so that it can be helpful and to for people, and also to reduce your fears and whatever havoc and whatever fears people have kept in the collective in the name of Lalita Sahasranamam. At least all those fears should fade away, and you should be doing it with full confidence and full faith and devotion towards the Divine Mother. So so we can all connect with the Divine Mother, and so we can also feel blessed and happy in our lives, right? This is my motto, so that you all will connect with the Divine Mother, and then you experience that magic within your life, right? So when these words are very big, so what you will do is you should know where to stop, and you should know where you should not stop, so that there are some words, where you should not break. If it is 16 alphabetical word, and in that 16 alphabetical word, you should not break those 16 alphabets in between. Okay, that entire 16 alphabets is when combined together, it will form one word. So you should not break any of the alphabet in between. If you break that, then the word will be divided into two parts, and then the word will give a different meaning than the actual meaning of that word. So there will be like some kind of a difference, difference in the meaning, difference in the definition of that word, or difference in the dictionary of that word. Because if you break that word, then if the meaning changes, then what's the point? So you are doing it for a certain reason, for a certain meaning, right? So if Lalita Sahasranam is completely divided into three parts. So one part is like you are praising the Divine Mother, okay, and the other part is like her story, what all she did, what kind of wars she had fought, and who are there with her in that war, in that battle, and all these things. The entire description of that war, entire story of the goddess Lalita is there in the Lalita Sahasranamam. So if you are by any chance, if you are not taking any further precautions, and if you are like breaking it as you like, then what's the point? The main point is to bring in that frequency, that original frequency of that Sahasranamam. So if you want to bring in that original frequency of the Sahasranamam, you should make sure that you are pronouncing it right. It's very, very, very important. So what we can do to pronounce it right? So we have to first understand that what words are like big words, what words are continuous words, and what words shouldn't be broken in between. So there are some words which shouldn't be broken in between, and there are some words which you should not stop. We should it should be like continuous words. So I told you, like for example, there are like 16 alphabets combined together, it forms one word. So you have to pronounce that entire word like a word. You cannot make it you cannot break it, and you cannot make it like two words, and then you have to you cannot pause in between and then you continue the second word. No, 16 words should be pronounced continuously, and then if they ask any words where you have to stop, and there you have to stop. So you should know where you have to pause, where you have to continue, where you have to pause. These three things are very important. So knowing where you have to, they will be like certain as I told before, you have to start listening to it. Why I told you should start listening to it is because directly if you take Lalita Sahasranamam and then you directly start chanting, then it won't be that that fruitful for you, because first you have to understand how you should pronounce those words. So in order to understand and in order to get that words into your subconscious, first what you have to do is you have to listen to those of them who are already chanting it. Like you might not find people in your real life who are chanting it. If you find them, then it's really very good. You can go to them, or if you have any guru, you can go to them. But for most of us, we don't have like a people around us if we, in our in our physical life. So what you will do is you can take the help of the internet. You can take like a help of YouTube. You can listen to the Lalita Sahasranamam continuously. what will happen is, so if you are listening not in a day, continuously, what I mean is not continuously for the entire day, no, not like that. So so you can take like some time period, like you can take 3 months time, 4 months time, 5 months time. So you can make a habit, like you can listen to Lalitha Sahasranamam. First I told you that you should not listen to it daily continuously, because most of us, everybody of us are different. So some people are very sensitive, some people are not, they are very if they listen to it, they might have different kind of symptoms. Some people are like, if they listen to it, they might feel good, or some people, they if they listen to it, they might feel balanced, or some people, if they listen to it, they might feel more anxious and more worried, because all the layers in them, they are started to getting cleansed, all the karma is getting cleansed. So for every person, for every individual, it acts differently, because based on your whatever soul evolution process is there, so it will act differently for different person. So that's why in my previous video I told you that you can do, first choose to do it occasionally. So here one more disclaimer I want to give you all is that, as soon as you get to know about Lalita, or as soon as you get to know about Lalitha Sahasranamam, people will be in so much rush that they want to learn it like overnight, and they want to do it immediately, and they want to achieve all their goals. They want to achieve perfection. They want to do everything whatever they want to do in their life with the help of Lalitha Sahasranamam. But it's not like a one night thing. So overnight you cannot do this like Lalita Sahasranamam. Overnight you cannot learn Lalita Sahasranamam. Overnight you cannot seek and reap the benefits of Lalita Sahasranamam unless and until you are an enlightened being, and overnight you are getting enlightened and you are doing it. That's a different case. But for most of us, it's like you cannot do it in a very short span. If you are in this process, in this journey of Lalita Sahasranamam, and you are a serious seeker, and if you are serious about it, you should give it time. So it's, if you're rushing, and if you want to do if you're doing it for your desire, if you want to do it, if you want to learn very quickly, it's not like 2 minutes Maggie. It will take, definitely it will take time, and you should give that time. If you are in rush, then I can't help you. Okay, so you have to, if you are serious about it, and if you want to build that connection, then you have to build it like a slowly, step by step. So that's a more safer process, I feel. So don't be in a rush, and give it a time. So it's not like you should one day you are listening, and next day you are chanting, and third day you are already understanding, and fourth day you are already getting all the benefits. No, it should not be your approach, and that is like a wrong approach. So what you should do is, first I told you, step by step. In all my videos which I made about Lalitha Sahasranamam, they are in the step by step process. So don't miss all those videos. Listen to all those videos, because all the videos I made, how a journey will be, I made my journey like in a step by step process. I gave you the topic in this step by step process. So how my journey was, I explained you step by step. So you can listen to those videos step by step, and you can also do it and implement it in a step by step manner, rather than jumping, doing a bungee jump all at once, and you are just want to reach that finishing line or destination. So it might not be that safer process. It might not really work out, because it is really very big Sahasranamam, and also you have to understand it, you have to know how to pronounce it rightly. So it takes a little bit of time, and you have to be patient with it, and you have to also deal patiently with yourself, because you might feel like, oh, what is this, you are not able to get like that. You might feel like, oh, you are unable to do it like that. So don't feel demotivated. You can do it, but required you are giving it enough time so that you can learn it properly. Okay, I am also in that learning process. Let me tell you, even after that entire journey, even after that entire story, also I told you how most things happened in my life, and I again and again I was stopping, I was just continuing listening to it. I shared you my entire journey, so you can listen to my entire journey. So I told you, like you have to listen it like occasionally you do it like once in a month or twice in a month, or if you can do it, if you are used to it, you can reduce it to like a weekly once. Okay, if you can if you're still feeling better, and if you're feeling balanced, and if you're now feel that from inside that you are now capable of doing it like a weekly once, okay, weekly twice, then do it, then you continue it, then you reduce it to like daily one time. like that you slowly approach towards it, and you see how you're feeling, how you're, what effects it's giving onto it's what changes and what effect it's giving in your giving onto your body, your mind and soul. You observe everything. Okay, if you're feeling that you're feeling too much overwhelmed, or if you're feeling like you're getting some kind of symptoms, and if you're feeling like all your karma is started to burning and so many changes are happening in your life, then pause it, stop it, and you can continue it later. You can take a break for some days and then you can continue, because as I told you, it's most powerful. So for every individual it will work differently. So based on how it is working to you, you should act according to that. So for some people it will be like, if you listen to like monthly once, it's more than enough for you. For some people, if you listen to like weekly once, it's more than enough for you. For some people, if you listen to it daily, then also it's okay for you. So based on how you're feeling and what kind of changes are happening in your life, based on if you are able to feel balanced or not, then you decide for yourself that you should how much you should listen to it and how much you shouldn't. Okay, so if you're feeling like too much overwhelmed, and if you're feeling some kind of a different changes which you cannot handle, reduce the time. You just can listen to it like monthly once, or you can pause, break, and you can listen to like 3 months after. Okay, so if you feel like you are listening to it daily and you are it's okay for you, then you listen. Okay, continue that process. Then after that, after listening, why I told you listening is because when you listen to that, what will happen is those people who are reciting that, how the way they are reciting, the rhythm in which they are reciting, that will go into your subconscious mind. So slowly every day when you are listening to it, or occasionally when you're listening to it, more number of times you're listening to it, the rhythm, the way they are pronouncing it, it will go into your subconscious mind, and it will give you an easy path to chanting your Lalitha Sahasranamam. So if you are somebody who is planning to chant Lalita, first just don't directly start chanting it, start listening to it. When you are accustomed to that, then what you do is you start to chant it slowly with them. Like for example, and I also want to recommend the Lalitha Sahasranamam, which I listen listened to. Now also I listen to that in my journey, and there are so many versions I listened. Out of all that, when I compared, and out of all that, what I liked is the channel name is Sindhu Smita. Okay, I like the way they have done the Lalitha Sahasranamam, and I feel that the mostly on YouTube there are so many Lalitha Sahasranamams available, and some people are like, oh, this is wrong, that is good, this is bad, blah blah blah. They have all kind of a judgments on the Lalitha Sahasranamam. So in my own journey, I was like something I needed for like a soothing, nice, which might feel good for me, and with a correct pronunciation and all those stuffs. So I felt that a Sindhu Smita channel, they are two singers who are Sindhu and Smita, so they have a channel. Okay, Sindhu Smita. So you can type Sindhu Smita on the YouTube, you'll get that. So their Lalitha Sahasranamam, I feel, is like a very nice one. So they have like a very nice pronunciation, right pronunciation, and also they have like done it very well. So I recommend that. And if you feel called to some other thing, you can listen to that also. It depends on you. But if you want to listen to something, if you want some recommendation or suggestion, I'll suggest Sindhu Smita channel Lalitha Sahasranamam. That is good one. Okay, so in that one, what they have done, they have videos available in Telugu language, and they have videos available in Kannada language also, but I'm not sure if it's in English or Hindi. I'm not sure, but I'm sure about Telugu and Kannada. So if you are somebody who are Telugu and Kannada, what you can go listen to them, or if you are some other language also, you can listen to them, no problem. But why I'm mentioning the language here is, on the screen they are giving the Lalitha Sahasranamam wordings. So suppose in Telugu, if you are listening to Lalitha Sahasranamam Telugu channel of Sindhu Smita, so they will give the wordings, and in that wordings they have like sometimes they have like dash. So if there is a continuation of words, suppose there is 16 letter word, and that word should be pronounced in only in like it should not be broken. So what they are keeping is they are putting dashes in between the alphabets. So if that dash means that you have to not break it. It is like continuation. So for continuation, it's a dash. Okay. So if there is another comma, so comma is like you can pause, and full stop is means you can stop it, like you can that line is over, that shloka is over. So like that you can understand. And in the video also they have given that in Telugu one. I have seen it in Telugu one, they have given dashes, or they have given commas, and they have put full stop also. So and when they are pronouncing, and you watch that screen, and you will understand where you have to pause, where you have to continue, where you have to stop, and what you should not break. So it will be very much clear. So where there are dashes, that word you should not break. It should be a continuous word. Okay, you should not break it, or you should not make it into two words, otherwise there will be some difference in the meaning. So that's why what you can do is you can listen to them, and also while listening to them you can focus on the screen, so you will understand how to pronounce it. Like that you can start it, right? So like that you can start it. And for Telugu and Kannada, I told you, for somebody who now for if somebody is not from the Telugu or Kannada language, then what you will do? So you people also don't have to worry. There's some other channel called as the Sanskrit channel. Okay, he also gave a Lalitha Sahasranamam in like a very slow version. Okay, it's like a very nice version for somebody who is looking for meditation. In my next video I'll tell you how to meditate on Lalitha Sahasranamam based on Sanskrit channel, how he gave the Lalitha Sahasranamam. That will be very useful for meditation. So in my next topic I'll explain you how you can meditate with Lalita. Okay, so now in that one, which I am recommending, the Sanskrit channel, he also gave Lalitha Sahasranamam, and he gave like pronunciation. His voice is very clear, and he have like a clear pronunciation of the Sanskrit words. I have also listened to his like Lalitha Sahasranamam like for so many months in my beginning of the Lalitha Sahasranamam journey. Some 4 years back, I used to like listen to his content, his like Lalitha Sahasranamam every day. Like I used to like listen to him that while I'm doing some work which doesn't require much focus. Okay, so I used to just play it and I used to listen it, and it used to be very, very nice because his voice is very clear. It will help us to understand the right pronunciation. So if you are somebody who is trying to chant, if you are looking for learning to practice or chanting Lalitha Sahasranamam, you can listen to his Lalitha Sahasranamam also, because his chanting is very clear, and you will understand his the pronunciation of those Sanskrit words, how you should actually pronounce it. And also in the video also he will give you the Lalitha Sahasranamam words and all those things. So you can watch his screen and you can understand the words, and he also like gave you the correct words, like pausing the commas and the full stops. You can check where he have kept comma, where he have kept full stop, and all those things. Then you can follow that, and based on that listen to it again and again, listen to it again and again. So one fine day you will be like you will gain a little bit of more confidence to actually chant it. So what I did is, first I used to listen to them, okay, these people. Then slowly with them only I started to murmur like how they are saying. I also started singing with them, like I also started chanting with them, like that. So then slowly after all that thing, then now I can like a chant by seeing it, without the singer's help, or without the somebody who's chanting it. I can just by seeing it I can do it, like I can chant it by myself. So this comes with practice, and if you need little bit patience and little bit of efforts, because so quickly you cannot do that. So you give it time, and take your time, it's okay, no problem. Like take nice amount of time, and with all your love and devotion you can do it. It's not that difficult also, it's not that achievable also, or it's not that easy also. So it's like it all depends on your will and how much you want to learn it, and how much you want to involve in it. So these two channels I have recommended to you, Sindhu Smita and also the Sanskrit channel. You can take the help of these people, these videos, and then you can start to understand the pronunciation and understand where to pause, where to continue, and where to what words are together and what words are combined, and how you should pronounce it, like that. So like that you can slowly do it every day, or occasionally, based on how I told you like before. For every individual it is different. So based on your own comfort, you can start doing it slowly. Then what will happen is, after some days or months or some year, you will actually start to understand the pronunciation, the right pronunciation, right? So this is how you can start to learn how to chant Lalitha Sahasranamam. So after you do all these things continuously, when you give time for some months or some days or some years, depending on the individual, what you can do, what will happen is, you will without, like me, you can, without the singer's help, or without somebody who is chanting it, or without YouTube help, you can just see it, and you can read it, like you can chant it yourself. Okay, even if you're doing it slowly, not like professionals, the singers like that, like pro people who have done it a lot of time, you can at least do it like slowly, in your own way and at your own pace. Like that you can do it without the singer's help or without the YouTube's help. You can just see it and you can do it. Okay, so after if you are somebody who is okay, now you are in that position where you can you understand the words. Okay, you can just see it and you can chant it. So what you can do now, so you can download a PDF. So what I have done is I have like downloaded PDF of Lalitha Sahasranamam. Okay, and then I have started to mark it, like how, where to pause and what to pause and what to continue and how to pull stops and all those things. So first I used to download a PDF okay, from the internet, and then I started practicing. What I have done is when they are reciting it on the YouTube, I used to see it, like I used to take a pencil or a pen, then I used to have my PDF on my in my hand, a PDF paper in my hand, and as they are chanting it, okay, somebody's chanting it on YouTube, then I used to point it from with my pen like that. If they are chanting some word, okay, I'm just pointing it, like how small kids will learn. Okay, but they will take pen and pencil and then just they move that pen or pencil on the paper. Has some teacher is teaching is or has some teacher is teaching them, they will just move that pen or paper on the pen or pencil on the paper, the words they will move through that words. Okay, like that I used to do. I used to take a pen and I used to have my PDF, and as I am owning it on YouTube, I used to concentrate on the words, and then I used to move my pen. So like that I used to do it continuously. So I did I actually downloaded PDF and I used to do that. And after some days passed by, now I'll show you what I have done next. Okay, so here I have written Lalitha Sahasranamam, but before I had like a PDF. Okay, now I have like that PDF is somewhere in between the books. Now I don't have the PDF, but the PDF was like a first phase of my chanting process, chanting and learning and practicing of Lalita. Then this is like a second phase. Then I actually written down the words here, because when we write it, then we focus on it betterly, and when we understand it betterly, we concentrate betterly on that. So I also thought of why not write it in the book with my own hands, so that I'll understand it much deeply and much betterly, and so that I can be better at it. So before, when I had a PDF, suppose this is my PDF. Okay, this is not the writing, think that it has like a PDF. So when I had a PDF, I used to keep my phone beside myself and beside me. Then I used to play the Sindhu Smita video or the Sanskrit channel video. Then I used to take my pen and I used to just move the words, move between the words like this. Okay, as they are repeating it, I used to just move my pen. Okay, like that I used to do it with a PDF. Then after that, what happened, slowly I started to understand it. Then I thought I should write it. It will be better for me. So I was so much interested in that, and I don't know, I just used to enjoy the process. I used to enjoy the entire journey of Lalitha Sahasranamam, even though they were like so many hurdles and obstacles. But then this journey itself is very like a delightful journey, very very nice journey to connect with Lalita, or to understand Lalita. So that's what I feel, because the Lalita Sahasranamam, we are trying to do it means it itself shows that we are trying to connect with the goddess. So that's what I feel. So now I have written it, right? So now I have written it, and here you can see that I have like kept like a dash like that in between the words. So if there are any dashes like in between the words, that means it's like a continuous word, so you cannot break it in between. So this is like a continuous one word only. This is not like 4 words. This is like continuous one word. Okay, so here I also kept like brackets. So this bracket also, why I kept is because, like, see, here also I kept bracket. So this bracket also, why I kept is because it shows me and it reminds me that this is like a continuous word. So this entire bracket it contains one entire word, so I cannot break it. So here you see here there is a dash. So these two are like one words, and here again I kept a bracket. So this is like a continuous pronunciation. This is like a continuous pronunciation. So in between I kept like words, and in brackets. In between I kept like dashes, and there are also some comma somewhere. So, okay, and also there are some full stops. And here I just whatever is coming to my mind, whatever explanation I feel, like whatever interpretation I do with the Lalita, I just write it here, something like that. Okay, so I have my own interpretations. Like I understand it in my own way. So sometimes I get some revelations, some downloads, or some things which I understand by chanting. So I just write it here sideways, or like I in some separate somewhere in some book. Okay, I have my like some book, I just write it there. Okay, whatever I'm receiving or whatever I'm understanding, I'll just write it there. Okay, so like that you can like use brackets or dashes or commas and full stops. Like that you can start doing it by one time, two time, three time. Then you will understand actually what are the continuous words, what are the separate words, and where you have to pause, where you have to stop, and all these things. Like this way you can start chanting, you can start practicing the chanting of the Lalitha Sahasranamam. So this was all I wanted to say. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shri Rama Raksha Sarva Jagat Raksha. Shri Mate Namaha.